Hello all, Shadowsun here, welcome back to my channel. So if you're new to my content, I appreciate you coming and checking out my content here. I appreciate you coming and joining me today. I am a person who is blind or visually impaired. I am also a practicing pagan. I practice Wiccan or Wicca, and I also identify as a witch. And I say that because Wicca is not the only form of witchcraft, and I also say that because Wicca is where a lot of my influence comes from. So within that framework. And I want to get into this video first and foremost prefacing with this is going to be a general health update video and a bit of announcements at the end regarding some content and what you can expect and when you can expect content going forward. I know I've been a little MIA, not really posting a lot. I've been tweeting a couple weeks ago about medical stuff, which is bringing me to my first point. Physically, I'm doing well. I also have Crohn's disease, so if you don't know what that is, I'm going to link to a video below where I talk about that and my story with that, and that video has some resources, so I encourage you to check out the description below for that information. To go a quick overview, Crohn's disease is basically a disease of the GI tract. It's autoimmune, and I can get basically inflammation primarily in the GI system, so I have to watch what I eat and so on and so forth. But it can affect inflammation anywhere else in my body as well. That said, I've been doing a lot of medical tests, and with that I have been just focusing on that and focusing on a lot of other things as well. So I have been away from social media since that tweet a couple weeks ago. And this is probably, as I record this video, today will be the day I probably get back on social media. I was going to get back on social media days and days ago, but I really needed a break. Which brings me to, before I get into all the mental health stuff, I will know more about my health in the next little bit of time here. The tests take a while to come back, so I'll know later on in time how well I'm doing. But overall, everything is going good. It's pretty unpredictable with Crohn's disease, so you really don't know what to expect when you have it. I have little mini instances where my stomach just feels unwell and I feel like I need to rest. So I've been taking a lot of time to do that, resting and going outside and doing things like that. So bringing me on to mental health, I've been struggling with depression as well. Not like the clinical depression, I'm not on medication at this point. As far as I know, I don't have clinical depression. I just go through a period of depression from time to time, and this year, it happens to be now. And I am also going to just focus on that. I've been focusing on mental health help, focusing on my therapy, doing things that help me, like going outside and connecting with the land around me, which relates to my practice, just connecting with the area around me, the land, the nature, however that comes into play. In my case, it's either nearby trees or plants around in the yard. Also, I've been doing divination to find the root cause, meditation to help me figure out the blocks that I'm dealing with depression. I've also been working within, like I said, suggestions from my therapist, and also I have been doing a lot of time with a little bit of crystal work, but also just magic around that as well, just doing little things to help me out within the doing all of the mundane stuff, like, breathing techniques and working within all of that. When I say breathing, when I'm having panic attacks and, incorporating breathing techniques. So I've been working on my mental health. And also that brings me to my next sort of point. Things have been kind of up and down with everything. I've been having a lot of life stuff go on. I took my first vacation since the pandemic began a while back, and that was something because I have not taken a vacation ever since this pandemic. I haven't been out like that vacation wise, and it was really good for my mental health, and it was great to get back into things. So that helped me a great deal, and I'm grateful for that. I'm also getting into some projects, personal projects. I'll get more into that in a later video because one of the topics that I'm going to cover kind of leads into it. I've been working with a lot within the disabled and LGBTQ communities, so that's where those topics lie, and I'm going to talk about that later on. I also have been, reading a lot about different things. I've been watching the Paralympics as well, which I didn't plan on mentioning, but if you haven't seen the Paralympics, check them out. It's very interesting, and I tend to watch the regular Olympics anyhow, but also the Paralympics are worth noting to watch as well. Also, I want to mention just going forward with the blog and the channel. So I am going to keep all the topics the same. All of the blog posts, I'm still going to do blog posts in video form as well for you, especially within the next video will be a blog post in video form, and I'm mentioning it now just so you're prepared. The only thing that's really going to change is that I'm not going to be posting on Friday, and I've been trying to be as consistent as possible with that, and I know that between the medical things and the mental health, I've been rather all over the place, and I want to thank you for staying with me. For those who've been here, and for those who continue to watch and read my blog and all of those things, I appreciate it a lot, and I'm going to do my best to continue to be as consistent as possible. So I'm going to have all my videos come up on the weekend. Ignore the Apple Watch. Like that. I'm going to be putting up content on Saturdays and Sundays, so I have a whole system in place for things. I am having videos and blogs. Like I said, they're going to be the same content, and some of that content includes stuff on LGBTQ related content. I want to talk about some of the things that I've been reading, and also Bisexuality Visibility Week and Day is in September. I also want to talk about stuff related to National Coming Out Day. I also want to talk about different things. I didn't get a chance to do that for Pride, so I want to, talk about it now. And I also want to talk about crystals. For those of you who love my crystal content, I've been seeing a lot of people reading my crystal content and watching the videos. I looked at the analytics for both the blog and the channel, and a lot of people love the crystal content. So I want to talk about working through blocks with meditation, and using crystals, one for each video, like working with a meditation and just working with a crystal to help you work through blocks, emotional blocks. I want to talk about crystal grids, elixirs, and a whole bunch of other things related to crystals. I want to get into different spells you could do with crystals as well, in addition to short-term spells, little spells you could just do, but I'm not really one to do that too much right now. I'm doing a lot of long-term magic. That said, I want to talk about that as well, long-term spells, what the benefits are, doing something over a long period of time and how that may manifest. And I also want to get into some stuff with ritual and why I incorporate ritual into my practice of magic and why sometimes I don't. I want to get into all of this and more, so I hope you all stick around for this. I appreciate you all for being here. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe. And I also want to ask, for those who have been here, or if you're new, for what you've seen so far, what do you enjoy about my channel? What do you want to see? What do you want to see on my blog? Please leave a comment below with that info. I'd love to know feedback from you. I like to make content that is quality. I'm a person that just commits to everything. When I commit, so I want to make sure that you're getting content that you enjoy watching and reading. So I would love to know your thoughts, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Speak to you all soon. Many blessings.